Spider-Man has faced monsters, aliens, and enemies from across the multiverse, but only a few battles became unforgettable. Moments where everything shifts in an instant, and fans still replay them years later. Today, we are counting down the most epic Spider-Man fights ever filmed. 10. Spider-Man vs. the Lizard. Starting off our list is a fight that completely changed how Spider-Man looked on the big screen. This battle is from The Amazing Spider-Man. Peter Parker has only recently gained his powers, and New York is suddenly facing a terrifying new threat. Dr. Kurt Connors has transformed himself into the monstrous lizard, turning one of Peter's greatest mentors into one of his most dangerous enemies. The showdown takes place inside Oscorp Tower. From the start, the scale feels massive. Glass shatters. Security teams rush in as the lizard crashes through entire sections of the building, while Spider-Man desperately tries to stop him. Things escalate when Connors prepares a serum that could transform thousands across New York, turning the fight into a race against time. Spider-Man swings through collapsing labs, constantly dodging attacks while searching for a way to stop him. But the real moments hit when Spider-Man finally creates an antidote and risks everything to cure Connors instead of destroying him. It's the perfect Spider-Man moment. Saving Kurt Connors was impressive, but the next battle pushed Peter into something far more brutal. 9. Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin. Long before superhero team-ups took over Hollywood, Spider-Man and the Green Goblin delivered one of the most iconic battles in comic book movie history. This fight is from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Norman Osborn has spent the entire movie destroying Peter's life and pushing him to the edge. The final battle takes place inside an abandoned building, and it gets brutal immediately. Goblin throws Peter through concrete walls and broken floors, leaving him barely able to stand. What makes it hit harder is how helpless Peter feels. The Goblin controls nearly every moment while Peter is exhausted and injured. Everything shifts when Peter pushes back with everything he has left, slamming Goblin into the wall and pinning him under debris just long enough to turn the fight. What follows isn't just a victory, it's survival, and the next fight attacks something even deeper than his body. 8. Spider-Man vs. Mysterio's illusions. This battle is from Spider-Man, Far From Home. Peter trusts Quentin Beck completely, only to discover he has been manipulated from the start. The illusion begins. Reality breaks apart. Streets collapse, buildings twist, and impossible versions of Mysterio appear everywhere. Peter is constantly misled, falling into traps because nothing around him is real. Then he stops trusting his eyes. He starts trusting his spider sense. The moment he does, the entire fight changes. It's one of the smartest victories Spider-Man has ever earned. And the next enemy didn't just use illusion, he used power itself. 7. Spider-Man vs. Electro. This battle is from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Max Dillon has transformed into Electro, giving him the ability to control massive amounts of electricity. Suddenly, Spider-Man is facing an enemy unlike anything he's encountered before. The showdown takes place in Times Square. Immediately, the city feels like it's in danger. Crowds panic as electrical explosions light up the streets, while Electro unleashes bolts of energy in every direction. The problem becomes obvious immediately. Spider-Man can't punch electricity. Every attack forces Peter to keep moving just to stay alive. Then, using quick thinking and perfect timing, Spider-Man finally finds a way to turn the battle around. The glowing blue electricity and massive energy blasts make this one of Spider-Man's most visually stunning fights, but power alone doesn't make a great villain. 6. Spider-Man vs. Sandman. Some Spider-Man villains are dangerous because they're smart. Sandman is dangerous because he feels unstoppable. The fight comes from Spider-Man 3. Flint Marko has gained the ability to transform his body into living sand, creating a threat unlike anything Peter has faced before. From the start, Spider-Man realizes nothing works. Sandman keeps reforming no matter how much damage he takes. The fight spreads across subway tunnels and city streets, turning New York into a battlefield. It feels less like a fight and more like a natural disaster. The turning point comes when Peter discovers Sandman's weakness to water. In the final clash, he floods him, breaking his form completely. But the next fight became personal before it even began. 5. Spider-Man vs. Vulture. This fight is from Spider-Man: Homecoming. Peter discovers that Adrian Toomes is the father of the girl he likes. By the time the fight begins, the audience is already locked in. The final showdown centers on cargo planes, advanced technology, and massive explosions. Vulture attacks from above while Spider-Man struggles to prevent a complete disaster. The fight constantly shifts between the ground and the sky. Then Peter becomes trapped beneath enormous rubble, exhausted, and completely alone. When he finally lifts and pulls himself free, it's one of the most satisfying terrifying moments in the entire movie. Peter proved he could stand on his own. The fight pushes back into the chaos as the planes start crashing, explosions tear through the sky, and Spider-Man fights to keep everything from falling apart. Then, Peter faced someone just like himself. 4. Spider-Man vs. Venom. This battle is from Spider-Man 3. Venom isn't just another villain. He's a dark reflection of Spider-Man himself, with similar powers and an even more aggressive fighting style. That changes everything. Peter can't rely on tricks that normally work. Venom moves too fast, hits too hard, and always seems one step ahead. The fight becomes a chaotic mix of web swinging, destruction, and close-range combat. Both characters launch across buildings, crash through structures, and trade attacks at a harsh pace. The action feels unpredictable because either fighter could gain the advantage at any moment. The turning point comes when Peter realizes he isn't just fighting an enemy, he is fighting his own darkness made real. But the next battle would push Peter Parker further than ever before. 3. Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin. The fight is from Spider-Man: No Way Home. Peter is trying to help the villains from other universes when Norman Osborn suddenly loses control and the Green Goblin returns. The fight erupts inside an apartment building. Walls shatter, furniture explodes, floors collapse beneath them. The two crash through multiple levels of the building while trading devastating blows. Goblin laughs through every hit, making the fight even more disturbing. Then the moment came when Peter finally fights back with everything he has left. Bloody and exhausted, he refuses to quit. The entire movie changes after this moment, and so does Peter. And then came every fan's dream battle. 2. The 3 Spider-Men versus the multiverse villains. For years, fans imagined what it would be like to see multiple Spider-Men sharing the screen. Then, No Way Home delivered exactly that. The battle takes place around the Statue of Liberty. At first glance, it feels like a celebration of everything Spider-Man. Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire are finally fighting side by side. Villains from multiple universes attack from every direction. Electro fills the sky with lightning, Sandman towers over the battlefield, and Lizard charges through the chaos. The 3 Spider-Men constantly save each other and fight as a team. But the real moment hits when Andrew saves MJ, and years of Spider-Man history collide in one unforgettable battle. But one fight still stands above the rest. 1. Spider-Man vs. Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man 2. If there's one Spider-Man fight that fans instantly recognize, it's this one. The battle comes from Spider-Man 2. Dr. Octopus has already proven himself to be one of Peter's most dangerous enemies, and now he's determined to capture him at any cost. The fight takes place on a speeding train racing through New York City. From the start, the stakes are clear. Hundreds of passengers are trapped on board, and Spider-Man has nowhere to run. Then Doc Ock attacks. His mechanical arms tear through steel and glass as Spider-Man swings across train cars, trying to protect everyone inside. Every second raises the danger. One mistake could mean disaster. Then it happens. The brakes fail and the train races toward catastrophe. With no other option, Spider-Man fires webs in every direction, pushing with everything he has left until the train finally slows. His suit tears apart. His body gives out, but he saves everyone on board. Not by winning the fight, but by refusing to let them fall.